Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rivka's Craft Corner. How is everyone doing? I am doing splendid. Just heard from one of my customers and friends that they received their package. And she loves every bit of it. That's what she told me anyway. I talked to them on Instagram and they let me know. Now I did do a little bit of that's not it. That's not it. Thank you. 8:30 it is. So, we have a question. When I put up the picture, I put up Paleo Pines. No, we're not playing a game today. But I can do a Paleo Pines kind of dinosaur if you want. Or I could do something else. Or I could do one of the critters on what is it called? Shop Titans. Let me know very quickly what you would like me to do in the comments. Because I am seriously thinking about, I'm not sure which one to do. I'm seriously thinking about two of the cute little there's two of them. One is the Ankylosaurus. The other is the Stegosaurus. So there's between this Ankylosaurus, Stegosaurus, or the Yeti. And I haven't figured out which one you guys want me to make. But I have everything ready. I have the wire. So let's go about this big. I think that's a good bigness. And it's this big and it's a little flat. So yeah. And then I'll do the face right up there. So there's my tin foil. So what I've decided, you see, I'm trying to make a decision. I can't seem to make a decision right now of what I want to make. Now, someone asked me to make a clay product. So I'm going to do a clay product. So the first thing is I have tin foil here. You don't want it too hard, but you don't want it too loose. Because that's going to be where your clay goes over it. So at the moment, I'm working on the body. Well, not the body. Well, the body. I'm trying to make a decision of the head of what I'm going to be making. So let's get this dinosaur set up. So I'm making an Ankylosaurus right now. And this also helps you not waste your that's pretty good. That is actually pretty good. So right now you're probably wondering why I did that. Okay, that's the face. We're going to use a white clay today. And we're going to start working on it little by little. We're going to use the white clay. I will be doing a painting of it. I do have a dinosaur that I want to paint also. But yeah, at the moment, we are going to massage this. Massage this a little bit, make it look good. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I am here. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Planting seeds. Well, like I said, I don't know if you want me to make the dinosaur or if you want me to make the Yeti. I have two dinosaurs I've been really meaning to want to try and make. Or I have the Yeti I'm planning on making. Either or works good, but I do have a this is the face of a dinosaur. If you look right here, it has a dinosaur face. So I'm right now kind of making it nice, and I can't roll it because I don't have my roller. I did have a roller. Don't know where it is right now. But so yeah, today I am doing clay. Someone asked me specifically to well, in a way I am paleo pining if I make the dinosaur. When you say this would be a Paleo Pines dinosaur. So in a way, yeah, I'm not paleo pining, as in I'm not doing Paleo Pines. I did explain the situation. Last night when I was setting things up, I was trying to get my logo up and they wouldn't let me put my logo up. So I put up the Paleo Pines picture. So yeah. So we are today working with clay. Yeah, I know. I know. So what we're going to do is get this as flat as possible. Yeah. Sorry about that. Let's work on a clay piece together. But what's the picture that, yeah. So we're doing a clay piece. So this is the eyes. So I'm going to put this on right here so you can see what I'm doing. We're making a Paleo Pines dino. This is the face. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah, I'm making the face. Do you see it? Right now, I'm just using white. I'm using white clay. And I'm making a face. Well, I'm trying to decide if maybe that's right. Maybe I need to make it into the body. You see, I'm thinking of the Ankylosaurus, but I don't know. Or if you want me to make the one of the so this shows you what I do. So I can make that into the body for the Ankylosaurus. So what I can do is I can make this round like the Ankylosaurus body. Yeah. Well, it's going to have a big tail. Well, not that big. But it's going to have a tail. And it's... Okay, this is the problem. I don't know what you guys want me to make with the clay. I can make an Ankylosaurus. I can make a Triceratops. Not Triceratops. No. I'm still trying to make a decision of what animal I want to make. See, you want to have their... Oh, not a problem. The face was too big. This could be the body. So what we'll do is we'll take this wire. Yeah. It's okay, honey. It's okay. I was thinking it was too big myself. I wanted to make it small, but not too small. So this can hold this. And wrap around that. Ow, ow, ow. And that can do that. Okay, that works. That works. That works. So I don't like using my good scissors. So this is the body. Okay. I need to make a smaller one for the tail. A smaller one for the tail. I actually appreciate that you told me it was a little bit too big, because in my mind, I don't like making it too big. So it actually helped me. Thank you. Now we're going to make the little teeny tiny tail, and we have to make the little face. You're probably wondering, Murgles. Probably wondering, this is not going to look like a good tail. So what we're doing is, this is going to be the little tail in the back. where it goes bang, bang, bang. Okay. Okay. And we're going to use this to help me. Oh, no, we're not. Ugh. Yuck, 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 yuck. Thought you were clean. See what we got here that will help me. Well, this could work. Oh, I know. What I'm making, I'm thinking of making Anky, the Ankylosaurus. That's why I'm thinking of a tail. But I don't want it too big because it's hard for me to make. I actually do have a picture. That's why I'm looking at it. So right here and right here. And then I need a small face. I looked at this picture many times. Pardon me. I looked at this picture many times. If I'm going to make the Ankylosaurus, I have to look deeper. I really want, I don't know why Ankylosaurus, but I think he's so cute. We are going to share a picture of the Anky. What? Why did I get kicked off? So I'm making an Anky. Now the Ankylosaurus, I think, is very pretty. Okay, so what I need to do is, this is the tail. I'm looking at the Ankylosaurus. Okay, so I'm using a crochet hook. Crocheting this, by the way. Push it in to make heart area. Well, not really heart. Has a little, yeah. So that goes in the back with that right there. Make the body bigger, by the way. I can do that with the with this. So we'll do this real quick, and we will, let's do the bottom tail first. I think that would be a good idea. Bottom of the tail is this part right here. I just put a little indent in it just so I can make certain because it's going to have to be a little bit flatter. So yeah, we're making Ankylosaurus. I really think that's going to be a really cute little guy when he's all done. I really do. I really do. I really do. So to the body. Skin. So we're going to go put this in here. Just trust the process. It was the same way with the other one. Just trust the process. So we got the ink. I mean, this could be the head of it. The head could go right there. Or it could be the tail, which is a big tail, by the way. So we're going to make an Ankylosaurus. I think that would be a good idea to make this into a, yeah, I like that. And bring it down like that a little bit. I decided this is the head. This is the head. Took me a while to think what I wanted to do, but this is the head. Reason why I say it's the head. And it's not going to be overly big, but it's not going to be tiny either. So this is the head. This is the, right in here, you make a little bit of an indent, bring it out a little bit. Indent, bring it out a little bit. And this smooth out a little bit. I like it. That's the head. Now it's not done, but that's the head of the Anky. So there's the eyes. This is where the eyes go. Now I know it needs to have what is it called? I know it needs to have a little spot right here, and I will be using a little spot right here with a very I haven't decided what color I'm going to make this yet, but I really like how that just pushes in. And there's the eye. This is where the eyes will go. I think that's a cute little Anky face. What do you think? Do you like that idea of the Anky face? So what you want to do, make certain every avenue is smoothed over. But that's the Anky face. Actually, at the moment, looks almost like a turtle, but it's not a turtle, guys. It's not. It's actually going to be an Anky. Now, Audie and I play something called Paleo Pines. And we are just making certain the bones are perfect in the Anky. And bring the bone up a little bit right here. Oh, up right here. And I have derpy little eyes, by the way. I plan on putting on this little guy. So, yeah. A little bit more work on this area right there. And I think we got the Anky face ready. Maybe move this just a tad over. Yeah, that's more like it. I think I did really well on the inky face. Just fix it just a tad right in here and right in here. There's the inky face. Now it doesn't have the eyes yet, but there's the inky face. So we'll put the inky face in there. Next is the body. Next is the body, guys. So I made this. There's a little bit of a foil. There's a little bit of a foil, and it needs to be flat on the bottom. Needs to be flat on the bottom. So let's do it. Okay. I'm happy the inky face got done. I think that looks amazing, to be honest. I think the inky face came out really good. I think when I put it together, it'll really come out really good. It's just not wanting to come up closer. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Okay. So what we're doing right now is we're going to see. I thought about doing the Yeti, but I was like, I could do that another day. I'm not in love with the Yankee or the Yankosaurus, but it's quite cute. You can't say it's not. Jeff, I want you to see the Ankylosaurus face. Did I do good?
It's a good start, dear.
Good start, yeah. Now we're going to work on the body. So, how is everyone doing today? I'm doing really good. If I go quiet, it's only because I'm concentrating. And yeah, long story short, concentration. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to flatten the body. We're going to make it flatten the body. Now, I am going to use a color over the Yankosaurus, and I might make it like I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I have an idea, but I don't. So right now I am because I noticed that the Yankosaurus is sort of flat on the bottom. Kind of reminds you of when you look at it, it does have a little bit of a curve to it on the bottom. It does, but it's not. Love how the face turned. The face turned really good. It really did. But we're right now working on the body, and it needs to be even bigger on the body. So right now I'm what's called stretching out the clay, working it out, kneading it, So we have the Ankylosaurus being made right now. And I'm right now stretching out the stretching out. Thank you. Stretching out the body part. It is a little tough. I know someone asked me to do clay today, so I'm doing clay. Now, we want to make certain it comes out nice and flat. So what I might do is I might use, I hate using it, but I might use it. I might use this as my, yeah, that looks better. So I'm right now using this as a device to help me get it nice and flat, nice and good. But I'm making a dinosaur. And I'm using my finger to massage it inward a little bit. But like I said, the Yankosaur almost looks like a big giant turtle, but it's not. It's not a turtle, but it looks almost like one. Wouldn't you agree, honey?
Armadillo?
Maybe an armadillo. Except for it's not a mammal. Just trust the process. Right now I'm working on the body of it. So as you can tell, I'm right now working on the body of this little Ankylosaurus. And that will be about right here. Now we will wipe it up. Swipe it up. Swipe this up. You want to go over the wires that you made and everything. You want it to be as clean as possible. As close to possible. Yeah, I need to do more down there. And right here. This is the underbelly. Right here, that's the underbelly, which I need to make more down on the bottom. So right now I'm stretching the clay, meaning it's not technically stretching it, but you know what I mean. Jeff, do you have the dice I did?
No, you gave them to me to look at, and then I passed them back to you.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, kneading or stretching it, kneading. Using your fingers to work it out, make it nice and soft. Then you go ahead and you put it over the little section that didn't want to work. Because you want to cover those wires. They have to be covered. I do have that looks good. So I'm right now working on it. Yeah, softening it up, making it look good. And what else I do is I actually add this is just the bottom part right now. So I'm right now just kneading it, making it good. This is the body part. Right now I'm working on the underside right now. And then what you need to have is just a little bit of water. Jeffy?
Yes, dear.
Can you go get just a little bit of water so I can use my finger to move around and make it nice and smooth. So now we're softening up the top part. I just finished the bottom part at the moment. As you can tell, there's bottom part. The top part will have a lot of cute little I have to figure out how to do the scales. You know, those little tiny scales. They have to be technically or whatever they're called. So I'm going to put that up over here. And if I need to add more, I'll add more. If I need to subtract more, I'll subtract more. So we're right now softening this. I think it was Almi who asked me to do this. Thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this water and we're going to use our finger and we're going to move it around just a little bit to soften it and comes out nice and flat. So I can't remember. The one who comes on from I think they came from Twitch. She talks to me from Twitch. Although she did become a friend on Instagram, I believe. Started following me. So I decided to use the white clay that I had. I thought that would be a good one. Yeah, I can't think of her name right now. She's been on my not on my lives, but she's been with me. I am going to look forward to fall. Exactly. And oh my word, the colors I can use. I'm going to show you my colors I can use for this little guy. A lot of shimmer, a lot of shine. So we'll do a base color of probably chalk white right here. This is a base color of chalk white. We'll probably use that. And then we'll keep going. But I can't think of the lady's name or guy's name, or never did find out if it was a female or a male. But yeah, we are going to make this. You want to have it as round. Don't use your nail. You want to have it as round as possible for the body. What I might do is this will help. This will help in the so I don't keep making, so it doesn't take. Oh, that's much better. Yes, much better. So we're going to add more of the white. And I'm just basically right now fixing it. Yeah. We want this to be as good as possible. And we want it to be as round as possible. I mean, I do have Munster clay I could probably make it out of, but right now I'm making it with this. I don't have the, a lot of people like using, what do they like using? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I found out that polymer clay does not seem to like water. I'm wondering if maybe using something else would do better.
Look it up.
Honey, I do have some alcohol.
How about I find out what softens polymer clay for him? You might break it if you put alcohol on it.
So we're getting somewhere. So I'm gonna
Hitting and warming your polymer clay with your hands, a mallet, or a pasta machine.
I don't have a pasta machine.
Chopping up the clay and adding some clay softener, then leaving it in a Ziploc bag for a few days. That'd be your longest ever video. Okay, we're going to leave this polymer clay bag here in front of the camera so you can all watch it for the next 3 days. Then I'll get to work with it on Monday.
No, we're not doing that.
Soaking the clay in warm water for 10 to 15 minutes, then kneading it in your hands. Or you can put it on a mildly heated craft mat or put it in the sunlight.
Well, you gave me cold water. Could you possibly get me warm water?
I possibly could.
That would be cool. Thank you. At the moment, I'm looking at the process and I'm like, I'm not sure how I feel about this process. Not quite doing what I wanted.
Here's your simple polymer clay softener recipe: baby oil or mineral oil.
Well, we have jojoba oil. I don't have baby oil. I have
That's an
jojoba
organic oil.
Organic.
As in, jojoba is an organic oil. I don't know what baby oil is.
Check baby oil.
Mineral oil, mostly. You could try petroleum jelly, I guess. Like Vaseline.
Maybe, but I don't know where the Vaseline is there. I'm right now just trying to get it as round as possible.
So, that old Western movie I saw once where 3 men were trying to look after a baby. And they said, you need oil or grease or something. Guy crawled underneath the wagon, grabbed some of the grease off the axle hub. Yeah, grease.
No.
It's a mineral oil. It's pretty darn close, apparently.
Please tell me they didn't use it on that baby.
They did.
That poor baby.
Whether they really did or not is another matter. Going to slightly warm your water, dear. Pass me it here. Just actually leave it down so I can hold it.
Okay.
Well, why juggle?
Yeah. Why juggle?
And that's why you don't do that, because there we go. Nothing like a bit of water on the carpet. Probably needs a good watering. It's pretty flat. Of course, afterwards we'll have to mow it.
You're funny. We're doing really well on the game on, by the way, the one that is the Shop Titans. Let me put gloves on this other finger so I can keep working on it because I don't want to dry it out. I really need it to kind of, soften. Yeah. So I'm going to be wearing gloves now just so I can make certain it's nice and... So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to smooth it out. I want it to come out really nice. Oh. I was trying to rip my glove. You want to get it as smooth as possible when you're working on it. Because right now I'm working on the body. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm also checking the length and the width. Because I want it to be just right, Yeah. I have goals I am trying to reach on my lives. Someone says, oh, I want to see you do clay. So I'm doing clay right now. Although I did clay before, but you know. So we're right now just moving it around, making it nice and rounded. And we want this part right here on the bottom to be a little bit flatter. So we push it down just a tad. That's good. And then we add a little bit more clay on the bottom. Because when you look at it, you look at the thing and it's like, I don't know if I have it exactly right, but I'm trying. By the way, I have been using my Cricut. Not sure what I'm doing yet, but I did make something out of the Cricut. Would you like to see what I made?
I'm going to Stein shop.
All right.
Okay, Dad. So we fix it like this a little bit, just to make certain it's nice and flat. That's more the, yeah, about like that. Then you just want to make certain it's all rounded around. And there's a couple little spots that need to be, fixed up. You want it to be as smooth as possible. So what I've learned in doing the dogs, she's happy with what she got, but what I've learned is smooth it out as possible. Don't use your fingers. Don't use your fingers, because when you're using your fingers, you actually dry out the clay and you have to redo the clay. It's so much fun. Let's see. Now this will be my own interpretation of making the Ankylosaurus. This will be my own interpretation. Now let's see. If we put this one together, see if we got it. Maybe about there. Might need to make it a little bit more there. And of course it needs to have that long tail in the back. I was just checking the face against it. So yeah, this is the Anky. I might need to make a little bit more flatter and bring it up a little bit, because it's not quite the right size. It needs to be just a little bit bigger and a little bit more flatter. Does that make sense? So you have to knead it. Now, this is when gloves don't work. You need to knead it with your hand, because you have the heat in your hand. I'll put that back on. But you need the yeah. Now I'm going to double check the picture that I have of the Anky to give an idea. He's quite, yeah, I think I'm visualizing her. Here's his face. Cute little face he is. cute little face. That's, yeah. Okay. Gives me an idea. So Anky is going to have a cute little face thing. They have it like with a cute, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do that too. Looking it over. Like, oh, I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, an Anky. I actually like pentagon pattern, although the melanistic color is kind of cool. It's all black, by the way. It has so that'll be kind of interesting to. Okay, so what I had to do was I had to knead it to make it really, really pliable. When it's hard like this, you can't knead it. You have to knead it, and you can't knead it with the gloves on. Not easy, anyway. So we're right now working on the body. This is the body of the Anky. I think it'll look really good, but it needs to be more outwards. So we'll see. I'm going to drink a coffee. So we'll work on Anky. I was trying to make a decision before if I wanted to do the Yeti or if I want to do Anky. And I actually think the Ankylosaurus is pretty cute. Pretty, unique, really cute little dino. So I was like, maybe I could make an Anky. So now I am right now doing this where I'm pushing it, flat as a ball. And then we're going to use your palm. You're going to use your palm and you're going to bring it outward. Yep. Yep. Now, I know it looks like I'm not doing anything, but guys, I did make the head. Here's the head of the Anky, just so you can see. If you look downward, you can see the head of the Anky. I think I did a really good job with it. It looks almost like a, but the Anky is more rounded, but I still like the way the face turned. Because I've looked at real Ankysauruses. Real Ankysauruses have a little bit of a nose. A little. So we'll take this right here.
The natural state of the Ankylosaurus is at least 5 feet underground and made out of bone.
Thank you, dear.
No worries. Thought people would like to know that.
Of course. Okay. I do have smoothing tools. I actually do. I'm going to show you my tools. I kept them out so I could use them. I have smoothing tools I got from none other than Jazza. So I got that. Oh, that's looking better. Where's my tools? Did I leave them in here? Or did I put them in a different room? I thought I brought them out here and said I was going to use them. I do have artistry tools. And I have ball styluses and all types of things. I'm pretty sure Oh, it is. It's right in here. Huh? My tools.
Up the top or where?
No.
Where?
That one.
Sure.
No, the next one
Well,
down.
what tools are we looking for?
Down one more. That one.
There you go.
I have tools. This is going to make it easier than doing what I was doing. So I have both styluses. I have this right here, that tool. I have this right here, this tool, and I can use this little tool to make it very unique. Even this little tool right here. I even have something to make it, have the true signs. It's been a while. Yeah, it has. So what we're going to do is we're going to work it in like this. But I had the tools. I have the tools. Yeah, I forgot for a little bit. But it's fine. I remember it. One thing about the tools is it'll smooth it out. That's one thing about having artistry tools. With clay, you can have the tools and it'll smooth it out for you. Make it look right. So anyways, that's my tools. I have some tools. As you can see, they're right here. We can lightly take some of that hardness or the wrong thing out, and we can make it a little bit more flattened on the top. I think I put too much up on the top. So we're going to work on it to bring it back down to a little bit more flatter. Because the Anky actually is pretty flat on the top. Not too flat, but flat enough. Yeah. So we're flattening it a little bit because the Anky is a little bit flatter up on the top. We want it not too much flatness. We just want to make certain it's I love the fact that I have this. This is not really my so I'm right now working on this end right here real quick. And I'm using my believe it or not, I'm using one of my lids as a tool. Yeah, that's looking better. As you can tell, I'm like working it out slowly. And there's a top part right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around like this, just a little bit around this. Now we know this is the bottom. This is a flat. So we're going around to kind of make it much more inky. Much more inky. Now don't forget, he has a lot of little tidbits on the outside of him. So I will be doing that too. I think Anky's body is done. After I finish that section right in there. You want it to be really, really blended. The good news about these tools is you can use these tools for, putting like the body, like the if you were making a snake or something, you can use these tools right here for making like the snake, the skin. You can use that to make the skin of the Anky. It has like a slight texture to it. Slight texture. So we're going to do a little bit of a texturing at the moment. What do you think? Do you like the texturing? Most old dinosaurs have texturing to them. Not everyone is smooth. The game doesn't show texturing, but there is texturing normally on a dinosaur. Exactly. They're reptilian. So I'm right now doing the texture of the Anky. And I love using this part right here has some texturing to it and makes it look almost reptilian. So we're working on the body at the moment, just a little bit, texturing it. I'm learning new things that I haven't done before, so this is fun. So we're texturing this. And texturing it around like this. And around like this. And we're making certain it's almost flat. Because Anky actually has pretty much almost a flat body up on the top. But he still has a roundness like this. Still has a roundness, but he has a flat body too. So I'm trying to get it as close to his roundness. And now I'm getting just a little bit more of this and working it out. And I'm checking for areas that I've messed up on, because we don't want any mess ups. That's better. Then it's not showing the areas. I think that looks pretty good. So there's, if you can look at the texture, I'm not sure you can see the texture. I wish you could, but maybe I can show this texture. It's supposed to show some texturing. I don't know if it's showing. I can feel it on my hand. I can feel it completely on my hand. So that's Anky's body. I think I did pretty good on the Anky's body. Now. So we got Anky's body. I should do like a little bit of texturing on his head. Just a little. After all, he is a dino. Like that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. So here's Anky's body right there. What we want to do next, I'm still wondering, is his head too big for it? Let me double check the picture I have and see if Anky's body is about the right size, or if I need to make it bigger. It needs, well, once I get the tail out there, it'll look good, and then I can flatten it down a little bit like that. Yeah, I think I got it. I think I have it. I'm looking at it. It's pretty, yeah, and then put a little bit more oomph down here. I think we'll be fine, because the body itself is the and then it has like a shell over it. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Let me see. Yeah, there's a shell over it. a cute little thing right here at the bottom. It's flattened right there. Yeah, I think I'm going the right way. So next we will work on. So what we're going to do next is the shell is all done. Well, not the shell, but the we want to make a shell that goes over it now. We're working on that now. So Anky is going to be a cute little dino. I need to make certain it goes a little bit outward with a lip, if that makes sense. A little outward with a lip. Just a little. Sorry. Habit of mine. So it's a little outward with the lip. Anky will be a little out there with a lip. Meaning with a little bit of a lip underneath. Do you want me to put a saddle on him? Yeah, it needs more. Okay. He needs more. It's not out there yet. So yeah, when someone said, "Can you do clay today?" I was like, "Sure. Sure, I can do it clay." I love doing resin though, but yeah, I can do clay. So I'm right now kneading it and making certain it's. So what I need is I need to flatten it right in here. Flatten it. Because we're now going to be making the lip. It needs to have a cute little lip on the outside. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of a turtle in a way. Anky does. Anky kind of reminds me of a turtle in a way. So the reason why I'm saying Anky is it's an Ankylosaurus, and Anky is a shortened version of it on the game. Someone said Anky on the game, I think. Also, they're like, "Oh, aren't they awesome, Ankylosauruses?" Yeah, because they can pretty much bash into the logs. And as you can tell, maybe, but I'm right now making the, maybe. They are dinosaurs. So, Anky is pretty big. I want to make certain I make it where it's, rounded and looking good. That looks more Anky. Okay, so what I need to do is when I do the Anky, I need to get water under it so it'll stick. Jeff, would you agree that Ankylosaurus sort of reminds you of a okay, let's see if we can get it to stick. That's better. That's much better. And then we're going to start making the tail part of it. So there's the outside right there, and there's this thing right here. Right here, but I think it needs to be out a little more into a very interesting looking shell. Because I looked at Ankies and they actually have shells. So we're going to start this way and we're going to build on it on the outside. Now I need to get more white. I'm using polymer clay, guys. I haven't decided what I'm going to make this, what color I'm going to make this Anky. Don't know. I'm not saying I don't care, but I don't know what I want to make the Anky. All I know is we are making an Anky. I love making things. Even what you would call, technically I would call this a challenging one for me, because although the biggest challenge I had was actually those dogs, wasn't it? So we are right now softening the clay. Jeff thinks I should add a little bit of Vaseline to it to soften it just a little.
Well, it's mineral oil based.
Oh yeah.
I'll look up Vaseline. I'm pretty sure it's a mineral oil based Vaseline. So let me see if I can find
Oh yeah. You don't even need to look. I can feel it.
Oh, you have some that you're working with?
Yep.
Well,
it's
good.
Working.
Good.
It's working.
Oh, you had some in here. Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I use the Vaseline sometimes on my silicone. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's difficult. People don't realize working with clay can be difficult and easy. If you only worked with it, I've worked with it maybe 3 times, 4 times. But I mean, they turned out good. I have one that's called the Ferocious Kitty. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I need to aim it just a little bit outward. Just a little. That works really good. We're doing an Anky, and it's just the Anky doesn't look like he's completely done. Now, you have to understand, this is in the beginning stages of it. So when I'm working on something, I have it in my brain what I want to make. But I also know that it needs to be made right, if that makes sense. So Anky is technically, yeah, I think if I bring the shell out a little bit, like here's the shell, bring it out a little bit like this, I think it'll turn out right. Because I'm looking at a real Ankylosaurus, or what they, an artist drawing of an Anky. That gives you an idea. What do you think? Do you like the little bout side of it? Now, don't get me wrong. I need to make this whole area right here outward. But I think if I do it just right, just a hint of a lip, if that makes sense, a lip of the Anky, just a little hint of a lip, I think we'll be fine. What do you think? Do you like the idea? Just a little bit of a lip, nothing big, just enough of a lip that it'll look good. So we're not done, because we'll have to make the feet of it soon. But first things first, let's work on the body. But I think if we make the lip, it'll look good. The lip of it will look good. As in the lip of the shell is what I'm talking about. The lip of the shell. And make it like really curly, I guess. So what I'm going to be doing is, now that I got this done, I'm going to roll it like this. And I'm going to put it over here and fix the shell. And bring it out a little bit like that, that, and that. And aim it right there. And see if that might fix it. So this is the front end of it. This is the Anky in the front. We want the shell to look pretty good. So we're right now working on the ink, the shell of it. Because I look at the pictures and I keep seeing a shell around the ink. Yeah, we need to ease the tradition. Exactly. I actually like how this ink is starting to turn out. I do. I like how it's turning out. I use some mineral. So what we need to do is we need to pull this back, pull it in here. We want a little bit of a, just a little. We don't want a major lip, but we want one that's a little bit of a lip. So that's sort of the ink I'm going with. Probably fix this part right here, going in a little bit, then going in a little bit. So we're trying to get it as uniform, well, not uniform, but as close to the ink as possible. Now, if you look at the ink in the books, it kind of looks like the ink has a shell over it, which it does. It has a shell over it. Okay. I think I'm going somewhere here. Gives you an idea. This is the ink. I'll just check something online real quick for the Ankylosaurus, the real Ankylosaurus, and see if I'm even close. Oh. Well, let's see what we can find. Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus. Let's see what we can. I am right. Although it's not like that. It's more of a, yeah, I'm actually right. Needs to be down a little. But yeah. Okay. online. I just looked online. Gave me an idea of a real Ankylosaurus. And if I go quiet, guys, it's not because I'm ignoring you guys. It's concentration to make certain I do this right. So the way they have it, and it looks much better in my book. So this is the Ankylosaurus body. Let's get a better picture just to make certain images. Ankylosaurus actually has some spikes coming out of it and on the top. So that'll look good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Vaseline in my hand and I'm going to organize it. Just fix it so it's nice and smooth. I like the way I have it set up. So now we'll put some ball styluses in here because we want to go here. This is going to tell me where to put the things. Here. 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 Sorry. Here. Here. And then all the way across the tail. So one right here. Maybe. Yeah. About right here. 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 It'll be bigger. Here. 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 And all the way down to the tail. Okay. That helps us know what we got here. So The face and the head is pretty much the way I thought it would be. The face and the head is pretty much the way I thought it would be. So that gives me an idea on the Ankylosaurus. Now, of course, I'm going to make it more like Paleo Pines. But still, I am making an Ankylosaurus. I was pretty much right on the money the way I wanted to do it. Okay, cool. Cool. Now let's work on the tail. The tail is long. So the tail is long and thin. That's what it is. Tail is long and thin. So we are getting somewhere. Tail is long and thin. Now, I'm not done with it, but if you look here at the little holes I just put in, those are for the spikes coming out. And it goes downward, downward. And then you add spikes up in here, and you add spikes up in there. So I think I did good. I think I really did. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of Vaseline. Yes, Vaseline is like a mineral. It's called mineral. Vaseline is like mineral. So you can use this to soften it, really soften it to a good softening. And then you can make the tail. So I have what happened here? Oh, there it is. Yep. Okay. For a second, I forgot what I was doing. Ah. So we did do the now the thing is we will be fixing it. I am very happy with how I did there. I really am. Now I'm looking at the tail, and the tail is a thick, then very thin. So I'll have to use a wire, I think. I will have to use a wire to make the tail stay the way I want it. Where's my wire I was working with? Wire. Did you fall on the floor? I don't see you on the floor.
There's a piece of wire down here. Big
Oh,
chunky
it
piece.
is. That's the one I'm looking for. Thank you. Yeah, like a cone, but you need to have a wire. I think you need to have a wire. And you have to use scissors. I don't like using my good scissors, but I don't have my bad scissors. So you want to make the wire be able to hold it. Of course, it's going to be a cone, but you want the wire. So I'm right now building the cone part. So it's actually in down to that, and it's a very thin cone at that. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think making an Ankylosaurus is a fun little thing to do. It's a dino. It is actually a dino. So we want to keep it where it stays I'm glad I didn't put this in the oven yet. And I know I need to make the feet. Ugh, that's going to be fun. Right now, it looks like, what in the world are you making? So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into a cone. But the cone has to be thinned out when you get to the back. So it's a cone. So you take it like this, and you bring it out like this. And you bring it out even more to the length. So you have it like this, where it's right here. And then you make it thinner. And of course, my hair is in place of it. That's fun. Don't know how it got in there. So I think if I do it just right, this part can go in here. And this can go up in here. Hold it into place. Bring it down a little bit. And we'll have to bring the rest of the tail from the underside. So we'll have to bring the tail, the rest of the tail from the underside. Okay, where are you coming from? I don't want my hairs in here, thank you. That makes it very hard to get off. We're not done. We're right now just fixing up the cone. It will be a cone. It's not done yet. Okay, so I need to have it thicker underneath. I do. I need to have it thicker underneath. So we are right now taking some more mineral oil, and we are right now going to technically right now soften the clay. We're going to soften the clay. We want to soften it because it has to work with the clay. And what we're going to do is we're going to work our little hands, make it look really good. And then we need to add a little bit more a little bit more tail. So that's what I'm working on right now. We're going to make more tail. I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying me making a it was between a Stegosaurus, which is actually one of my favorites, and this guy's cute. He is quite cute. When he's going to be done, he's going to look really good. At the moment, he doesn't look too good, but he will. He'll look good. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make it thicker around this end right here. Because we want this thing to go out to there. So we need to bring this tail down like that. Bring this tail down like that where it'll reach the tail. And then we thicken it. So now I am thickening the tail. Because, of course, the tail has to be pretty much the length of the dino. What I mean by that is I know it has to be thinned out in the back, but it's not thinned out yet. It's like it needs to be thick, then thinned out. So yeah, thinned out and thickened out. Okay, so we have a certain section here that needs to be thinned out but thickened out, if that makes sense. So you want to bring it into that section right there. Now it's not done yet because we have this section to work on. So I'm going to be going little by little until I get to the point, to the, not point of no return, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to add a little bit of mineral. Yeah, that's going to work great. We want it to be thickened. I haven't even worked on the feet yet. I'm working on the body. So, okay. So right here, yeah. Right here, we want it to go here to here to here. And maybe a little bit more. In here. Okay. Think I have an idea of what I'm doing here. It may not make sense yet but you will. You will. Yeah, thick. So we want to flatten this a little bit for malleability. Exactly. And we're going to go right here. And we're going to go like that. And we're going to aim it. And then we aim it right here, 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 here. At the moment, it does not look like anything at the moment. It just looks like I'm not sure what it looks like, but it doesn't look like a tail per se. Getting there. It's not there yet. Yep, mobility. We want this to, yeah. We want it to be mellowable. That's looking good. Let's see. Well, it does look like the dinosaur back end, sort of. Let me check the picture. It's giving me ideas. Let's see if we can get the inkly to look. It needs a little bit more fat out and then thinned. So that's the thing we're trying to do, is we need it more fat and then thinned. Fat underneath. That's the area right here. And thinned on the rest of the tail. So you want to have it as, you know, you have to have it fat, but you also want to have it thinned out in the back. So right now I'm working on the tail. It needs to look fat than thinned. Okay. We're getting somewhere because it's starting to look somewhat of an Ankylosaurus. Right now, it kind of reminds me of one of those, what are those crabs? Looks like a shell crab right now. Now, I will be cooking this once it's done. I want to make certain I get the tail done at least. It kind of reminds me of a shell crab. They're still around too, by the way. Horseshoe crab. Kind of reminds me of that at the moment. Sorry, bad place. Yeah. Definitely reminds me of a horseshoe crab at the moment. Do you want me to angle it any special way? So this is what I got so far. I'm getting there. I'm making it on the thing right here. As you can tell, there's the tail right here. Try to get it so it's all flattened out. Well, not flattened out, but you know what I mean. All organized correctly. I'm just making certain I got the Yankees tail pretty much the way I want it. Now, do you want the Yankees? Now, this is the Yankee, by the way. Can you see the Yankees visual of what I'm thinking of? Now, I'll show you what it looks like. We'll put it up here because that's where the Yankees head goes, right here. Just so you know. Like right in here. Is it starting to come out? Is it starting to look like an Yankee? Or do I need to keep working on it a little more? But that's the Yankee so far of what I've gotten. And what we can do is that's what I was concerned about, is it had to look proportional. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a wormy dealy around the neck to hold it in place. A wormy dealy around the neck. I'll use this ball stylus to bring it in. So what I might have to do is, now that I know where the neck is, we can, because I know exactly where I want to set it, we can do a little piece of wire. Oh, I know. I'm going to be building its club. I'll be building its feet. Now, the feet might not be worked on until tomorrow, next week, but at least the top part will be fixed and done. So right now we are going to put in right up here. So we're going to cut this right here and that right there and have it aimed like that. So I know maybe in a sideways glance. Yeah, I like that. Just make it look like it's looking at it sideways. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. So we are going to put this thing right here. And we're going to use this thing right here to push it in. If it lets me. I did make that wire really okay. There we go. And then this part right here goes like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like the way I have it aimed. What do you think? It's looking at something. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, let's make the wormy dilly that goes around the neck. Because you need to have that wormy dilly to hold the neck together. Really need to. I might use a little bit more Vaseline, aka, yeah, I know. I still need to make the club. I still need to make the I have a lot I have to make. But right now I'm working on the wormy dealy. That's what they call them, is a worm to go around the neck. So we want this worm to go around the neck to hold it in place the way you want it. So this is what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be using my ball stylus. Okay, now where's my other one that I had? Guess I could use this to kind of smooth it. Smooth it around. Smooth it around. Just to make sure it stays there. I want it kind of smoothed around and keep it hold it in place. So here's the two eyes right there. It is aiming, a certain way. So it's like its head is tilted, if that makes sense. I wanted it to tilt because then it can look around itself. And we still have the bottom part to work on the underside. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to do on the feet. Feet have always been a hard part for me. The feet has always been a hard part for me. The face is a lot easier for me. But hey. Exactly. You know exactly what I'm doing, Audie. I'm making it look like it's moving its head. Like, how we move our head to the side? They kind of angle their head a certain way to make certain, to see what's around them. So it makes sense to make that little, that movement. Just a slight movement and it'll look absolutely stunning. We're right now working on this part because we want it to stay in place. That is amazing, I think. Head lifted up and a twist. So we have something here that will, smooth it and blend it in. We want to blend it as much as possible because we want it to look like it's part of the dinosaur. Now, of course, when I'm making it and it comes out, it'll come out nice and smooth. So it gives you an idea of what I'm after. Here's the head, here's the tail. Now let's make the big little telly bobby in the back. Now I'm going to cut this part off because we need that tail to fit onto this. Now, we know for a fact the tail is round, but it has like a kind of reminds you of a hammer, a two-sided hammer. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to see what my husband thinks so far. Jeffy.
Yep, that's coming along pretty well.
Mm-hmm. That looks good. And it looks good there too. Nice and smooth. Yeah, that looks good. Gives it the feel. So right now I am working on the bottom of the tail. I did make it really thin. I did make it really good. So we're right now working on the bottom of the tail. Now we know that bottom of the tail is dangerous. At least from what I've seen. Jeff, would you say it's dangerous from what you've seen?
I can't say it's dangerous.
The tail of this thing?
Depends on, like, everything is dangerous if you get close to it. Right? One of the smallest creatures in the world people run like crazy from. You might have seen it. It's got a stripe down its back. And it doesn't hit you with the tail. It just sticks it up and turns its rear end in your direction.
Okay, so what we're going to do next is to aim this with a hint of a thing in there and a hint of a thing here. Now, we want to bring it in a little bit, then bring it down. Because it's a lump of bone, believe it or not. It's a lump of bone. I'm sorry it's taken a little bit of time. I'm just trying to get the tail just right. I think the other part I'm going to work on later is the feet, but oh Merkles, the feet's gonna be a mm. I lifted the tail to look like it was going to hit something, just so you know. So here's what I've gotten so far. Let me fix something. That one's driving me nuts. I don't want I want smoothness there. Smooth. Yeah, that's good. Smooth. Did I do good? That's the start of it. Then I still have to make the bottom part of it, but that's the start of it. I think I did really well. Just let me smooth it out with a little bit of a Vaseline. There's what I got so far. Might have to add a little bit more on this side to make it nice and smooth. But overall, I think I did pretty good for just the head, the tail, and the body. And I have eyes to put in their sockets. And then I'll fix it up a little bit better. But what do you think? For just 2.5 hours of work, I think I've done pretty well. Just with the head, the tail, and the body. I think I did proportionally right and lifted up. I wanted this to be lifted up so it looks like it's going to smash something. Now, of course, I'm going to fix this area right here. And I'm going to be building a little jaw underneath. But overall, I think I did really good. Overall, I really think I did really good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to smooth it out with a little bit of Vaseline. Just a little, not a whole lot. And we're going to So we have this one right here, just a little bit of fixing up a little bit right in here. And in here, add just a little bit of just a little, not a whole lot. You want to have just a little to kind of fix whatever areas is ailing you. Do you want to call that company we buy from, honey? So what we want to do is we want to make certain there's room for our little thing. Now we are bringing it down here to this section, to this section, to this section, to this section. Keep going down to about here. And as you see, these little holes are to bring out the other part. So we want to do this, 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 this. Because that's your Anky. Now, if you look at the Ankylosaurus, you do that, and then you have some spikes up here. So you want to get some spikes in that area. So you want to put there. There, 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 there. You want to bring it down to a little bit of spikes. Same here. Spikes goes here, 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 and a little bit right in here. So this is to have the spikes there. Then if you look at the top, you want to have spikes going here, 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 here. Same situation here, 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 here. So you want the spikes where you can make certain you have the spikes where it belongs. So I'm not sure about that, but right here is where it's supposed to go, not there. So here. And then it has, let me check. And then you have big spikes right here, 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 and here. You have big ones. So you have small spikes, big spikes down here, smaller spikes here, and big spikes on the back. And they go actually all the way to the back where this has, and this one goes about there. That one goes about there. So yeah, we have spikes everywhere on here. So we have an idea of the spikes. Now on the head, there's a spike above the eyebrow right in here. So 2 spikes there. And then you have to do your, yeah. So there's 2 spikes that goes there above the eyebrow. The Okay, I just figured out that the tail is a little off. It should be in a thing like that. Tail is a little off, so that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, so we just did the spikes for the guy, and I think we're going to put him in the oven. Okay, well, we did 2.5 hours, which is good. Just want to make certain this looks right. So we will go in here. Yep, I'll sign off shortly. Let me finish this one little section. I don't want that little spiky to be in the wrong area. I think I did pretty good today. I really do. Yeah, I got the basically what I got done today is messed up on one area. And this is the thing I do is I I check everything out to see if it's all done, and if it doesn't look right to me, I'll fix certain areas up. Like this area right here will need to be brought down here, or I need to push this so yeah, for now we are done. For now. So anyways, thank you for being here. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, sure. What's the question, Audie? Okay, not a problem. I'll talk to you there. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed day. Give me a thumbs up if you like my video. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please ring the bell so you know when I upload another video. And last but not least, please comment. Yeah, I'm looking forward to making this little guy become even better than it does now. But we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. Okay, shalom and many blessings.